Alright class, so I'm going to do a tutorial on formatting your script. Alright, here I downloaded or went to the link that talked about the standard stage format and some things you want to know there. And we want to start with 8.5 by 11 paper and Courier 12-point font. Okay, so what that means is your default paper should be 8.5 by 11. If it's not, you can go to Layout and then click on Size, and 8.5 by 11 should be right there. So you're good with that, and then click on Home, and then you'll get the options for Courier. Scroll all the way down, and then you see Courier right there, and then we want 12-point font. That should be your default. Alright, so that's set up right there. Next, your top margin, and this is for your title page. So your top margin 3.5 inches, left margin 4 inches, right margin 1 inch, and bottom margin 1 inch. So that means, I'm going to spread this out a little bit further. Zoom in. To deal with the margins, go back to Layout. Right there, it's going to be your margins. You can do your margins this way and customize your margins, or you can do your margins right here on the bar. So we want our top margin 3.5 inches. That's our top, and I'll type in 3.5. Then we want our left margin to be 4 inches, and then the other margins are 1 inch. So left margin 4 inches, and that's 1 inch, and this is 1 inch.
It's 10 o'clock.
That's it right there. So you can read all this. That's just setting up the margins. So all caps, and you can read all that. So that part should be pretty self-explanatory. Alright, so the Dramatis Personae page, where you talk about the cast of characters, same thing with the margins. So your top one is going to be 1 inch, left 1.5 inch, and everything else 1 inch. So the only one that's different is the left margin. So left margin 1.5. That's 1, and everything else is there. Alright, that's where you have you can type in cast of characters. To center, click on Home. That guy right there is center. And you also want to underline. You're going to highlight and then underline like so. Alright, so for your main text pages, same margins, right? Already got that set up. For page numbering, alright, so the way to do that is when you're ready to start your actual script, the actual story, you need to open up another Word file and do the page numbers, top of the page to the right, show the number on the first page, let's go from there. I want that centered, so I want to type in Act 1. Double space, Scene 1. I want both these things underlined. Okay. Towards the center is where I want my setting to be. So let's just pretend this is our setting. What you can do here is you have your Act 1, Scene 1. That's in the center, right? So you've centered that. Once you have that there, your cursor's down here, you can take it off center. Then go to Tables, and you're going to create a new table, a 2x1 table. So it looks like that. You're going to drag that table down until it fits all on one page, right? You're going to go one side and turn that border to none, and then go to the other side and turn that border to none. And there you go. Now you can type in setting, and go to home and take off the underline, and I can go right here and type in, let's say we're going to type that in. It gets it nice and neat for me. Alright, so if I want to do that, I want to put at rise, same thing, hit enter a few times, type in at rise, go here, hit enter until it lines up with that. Paste. Then we have the at rise. When we want to go back to this regular here, where our dialogue actually. So now I'm going to start working on the script, and you see that the names of the people are centered. So when I have a character talking, that's going to be centered, and the character's name is capitalized. Hit enter. I take off the centering Now I can start writing. Alright, so that's what that Smith is saying. And if I want to add something in parentheses, like that, which is action that's happening, I hit enter.